Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Yaa Yaa here, and today we are doing a jumbo braid tutorial. As you can see over here, I've already started some, but if you'd like to see how I part my hair, do have a look at my dread tutorial. But this is exactly what I did to get started. So I have myself some elastic bands that are entirely optional and a rat tail comb. With the elastic bands, I would suggest that if you do have dark hair, go for the sort of black version of those elastic bands because they do rub less and they are easier on the hair. But go for black because black blends in a little bit more than the clear ones do. So what I do is I part a section of my hair about an inch long, I would say an inch wide, and take it all the way down to the back. I then create quite a large box, as you can see, taking quite a bit of my hair. There we go, so an inch all the way around, making sure that it's nice square. You kind of want it to be large so you can put quite a bit of hair on there. And then I like to get my hair, the braiding hair that I use is XPRESSIONS. Let's just have a look at the description box to see which particular one I had. I did use colour 1B for this hairstyle, and then I sort of feather my hair so that the ends don't unravel at the end. So I do that by pulling one side of the hair, getting my Denman brush to then brush through it, and then pulling the other side. Now once I've done that, I like to part my hair, take quite a bit of a large chunk from the hair to create my strands. I then get my elastic band for one part of the tutorial. This is just an example. If you do find it hard to kind of grip from the top, get the elastic band and then pre-band it up so it's easier for you to do the gripping later on. Next, I like to grab the hair and then I wrap that around my strand of hair. So now you can see one strand of hair is my own hair. The other two strands are part of the XPRESSIONS. And then I sort of do a plait like that. If you'd like to have a look, just feel free to pause, rewind and go back to see exactly how I've done that. But I wrap that around and create a braid. If you do want more detail on how to braid, do have a look at YouTube. They do have some other braiding tutorials just for braiding without adding expressions. So get a hold of that first before you start going on to adding extra extensions in the hair. So what I do is I carry that all the way down to the end and keep going until I get to a point where I feel as though the hair has finished and move on to the next section. If you do see that there are some parts of the XPRESSIONS hair sticking out, don't worry, at the end that will be fixed and we'll sort out how to do that. Next, I like to take a section. As you can see, this section has no rubber band, but I do the exact same method. So I wrap the braiding hair around my hair and then I start to do a strand knot. As you can see, I'm holding my hair on the side as I create the first braid with the braiding hair just to kind of get it, all connected to my hair, and I am pushing it up to make sure that it's nice and tightly secured on my head. I just carry on the same thing, doing the same sort of braid all the way down to the end of the hair as I complete the braid. Okay, now this is the part where some people do get confused. When you do start to run out of your own hair, what I like to do is take some of the braiding hair that will be going to the back and mix it with my hair. So as you can see, I pulled some of that through and made sure that it laid on top of my hair to be able to get my hair to seamlessly blend with the braid. If you do want to have a look at how I did that, please feel free to just rewind. But as you can see, I take the braid from the right, so the stranding braid from the right, and use that to cover my hair to be able to allow a seamless transition from my hair to the actual braided hair. So next what I like to do is grab another section. I basically do a sort of staggering motion for my boxes just to make sure that nothing is looking too straight and uniform. You kind of want the boxes to kind of overlap each other and not go in one straight direct line. So I put my hair away and kind of just do the same thing that I've been doing all the way around. So I grab my hair and I put that in a section, creating a box that's about 1 inch wide and 1 inch long, I guess, in terms of width. I use elastic band over here again just to show you exactly how to do it. But here you can see a close-up of me kind of creating my 3 strands. So you can see on one side I grabbed the hair, my hair on its own, and then I start using my hair as a 3rd strand for the braid. Then later on I do kind of transition and allow the braiding hair to take over all 3 strands as my hair does get shorter towards the end. So now, as you can see, I have finished doing my braids. I'm kind of having a look at how I can neaten it up a bit. So what I like to do is grab some scissors and sort of feather at the end, making sure that I'm thinning out the ends and that they're not straightly cut. This kind of makes it have a more of a natural look that you kind of want to use to avoid your hair unraveling on you. Next, I like to get the scissors again and cut out any bits of expressions that are sticking out. Sometimes you may find that they do stick out, making it look a bit messier, but make sure you trim those off and that you don't cut your own hair. So next, what I like to do is go into the bathroom, and this is, I hope if you are doing this, you are being very careful. What I'm doing over here, as you can see, is pouring the hot boiling kettle water on the ends of my hair and making sure that I am not scrunching my hair up together, but I'm pulling it down to avoid it curling up. Then I like to dip the remainder of the towel in the remainder of the hot water and kind of work my way up into the hair. This sort of makes the hair not as rigid or stiff and gives it more of a flowy look. Now onto my edges. So I'm taking my gummy wax in the red colour and sort of just laying down my edges. This bit is entirely optional, but it's what I like to do just to make sure I give my hair a little bit extra. But as you can see, I am feeling my hair. I managed to do this, I believe, in the space of about 8 hours. I was so doing it on my own. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please write in the comments if you guys have any questions. Ciao.